Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you, and I have a damn good topic for you today. I am going to explain to you how to dose and how to properly run your cycle of MK677 because there's a lot of questions and confusion out there that I need to clear up. Now your HGH levels will increase dependently upon your chosen dose that you conduct your cycle with. Now, studies have shown to increase dose dependently at doses starting at 5 milligrams today up to damn near 100 milligrams today in the more extreme clinical trials. That is way too high to be dosing it. The most commonly used dose in several clinical studies and is widely known as the recommended dose in anecdotal logs made by researchers is 25 milligrams per day because it provides the maximum benefit with the least amount of side effects. The half-life of MK677 is 24 hours, okay? So taking your daily dose all at once each day is fine. I recommend having your dose pre-bed because the initial GH pulses after dosing can make you feel tired, you know, just like high-quality HGH is going to do. Now, there is a little caveat here. We all know that 677 is supposed to improve the quality of sleep, and it does. For some strange reason, and this is not widespread at all, some people, and like I said, this is, I have to point this out because, and just like a doctor would do, they have to tell you every aspect of things, even if the chances are low. Some people say that it affects their sleep patterns when they dose it at night, yet during the day they sleep like a baby, you know, at night when they actually go to bed if they dose during the day. But in general, I would say to try to dose it before bed first because this is the most optimal way to do it. It's going to work for probably 85 to 90% of you, but if you do fall into that 10% where you just can't dose it before bed, then you're going to have to switch to morning. You know, but if you do dose it pre-bed, you can offset the tired feeling, that lethargic feeling that you may get when you first start using it, as you're going to be going to bed anyway. And then by the time you have to go to work, the next time you won't be affected as much by the lethargy. As far as the cycle duration goes, I know that I've recommended up to a year at a time, but that's really up to you. Let me explain to you. There's no shutdown of natural GH production with MK677, nor is there a need for any post-cycle therapy, and there aren't any long-term side effects that have posed for any reason for MK677 to have a predetermined safe cycle length. The clinical studies have exceeded years in study length without any issues or side effect. So in theory, you could run MK677 for as long as you want without having to worry about desensitization of your pituitary gland or natural HGH output. You can literally run MK677 for a year straight and be side effect free if you wanted to, with zero desensitization of the pituitary gland. Here's the deal. Studies have shown that after 6 months of MK677 use, IGF levels were increased up to 60%. But when ran for a year, those increased jumped to almost 73%. So that's a 13% increase by going the extra 6 months, that's a huge increase. 60% alone is already a huge increase. Now, you can use it for 12 weeks at a time if you want. Just understand this, that if you do decide to go that route, that you're leaving a lot of gains on the table. You can do it. So don't think that I'm saying you cannot, because you can run it a week if you want. You can run it a day. I'm telling you the most optimal way to do it, and then the safest way to get the most out of what you're doing. It's ultimately up to you. So when I say that you should be running it for 6 months to a year, I'm not saying you have to do anything. You don't even have to use it. You don't have to. You can do anything you want at any time. I'm not anybody's dad. I'm not trying to be, but I'm telling you the best and most optimal way to use it. And that would be at a minimum of 6 months to at least get that 60% rise. So for me, I would recommend going the full year to get the most out of it. It's not that it's like crazy expensive, but it's not cheap either. So and for me, when I do something, I do it to do everything that I can with it, to get the most out of it, to go the full way forward. I don't do things half-assed. I don't do things to, oh, well, I'll get what I can and then stop. I do it to get the most out of it. But that's up to you, okay? And you can run MK677 into any PCT you want and onwards past your PCT and reap all the benefits of it. You know, many people I know just never even come off of it. I would recommend coming off of it. I always had this fear of desensitization, even though that it's proven to not. I just have that fear. I don't know why, but I just, you know, it's kind of like with TRT, except I don't come off of that because I know what can happen. But you don't. This is a totally different topic, but it's up to you. But there's no reason to cause alarm to stay on it longer than a year. That's the way to run it, and that's the way to cycle it. I don't recommend going over 25 milligrams per day. There's no known extra benefit, but there are, you know, chances of more side effect, which it's falling under that more is always better thing that people have in their head, which is completely just ridiculous, and I hope more people don't do that, but it's up to you. So, that being said, Dylan Gemelli, signing off.